Welcome to this video. We are talking about science, body and movements. If you observe your body, you have a particular size and shape. Your father or mother is a different size and shape. Your grandmother, grandfather, again they are a different size or shape. Your friends, your neighbors are also a little different. Overall, all human beings look same. All cats look similar. All dogs look similar. But a cat does not look like a dog. A man does not look like an monkey. So there are small differences, but similar animals look similar. Now, what can we do? We are looking in a particular shape because of the frame that we have. The structure or the frame or the shape we get is from our skeleton. The skeleton is made up of bones. And because we have bones, the bones are covered with muscles or flesh, and that is covered with our skin. So we don't see the muscles inside, we don't see the flesh, we don't see the bones. The food is supplied to the muscles through nerves, arteries and blood vessels. Nerves carry the information, while arteries are the blood vessels. They carry the food and oxygen to different parts of the body. Now, these muscles are capable of expanding and contracting. And when a muscle expands or contracts, we are able to move our bones, legs, hands here and there. Whenever there is a joint, there the bone will move. Between your elbow and the wrist, you cannot move your bone. But at your wrist, you can move your hand or a palm. At the end of the palm, the fingers you can move. So whenever two bones are joining, that place is called a joint. At a joint, you can have movement. When there is no joint between the wrist and the elbow, there is no joint, you cannot move that portion of the bone. Between the elbow and the shoulder, there is no joint, you cannot move that portion of the hand. But at shoulder, there is a joint. Wherever there is a joint, you can move your bones, move your hand, move your leg. Now there are different types of joints and serve different purposes. So to kick a football, you need to move your leg. How do you move your leg? You move your leg because muscles in the leg help you to move. There are two movements, one between your hip and the knee, and there is another movement between the knee and the ankle, and then the foot also moves. So there are three portions of the leg that moves to help you kick a football. When you try to eat a food, you first hold your food with your hands and then move the hand and take the food to the mouth. In the mouth, you move the jaw, and again you move the jaw again and again so that the teeth bites. So all these are movements. The jaw is made up of a jawbone. The hand is made up of bones and fingers. So these bones at their joints move. When you walk, when you run, when you skip, when you jump, it is the muscles and the bones together help you move at the joints. The same thing, the deer runs to save its life and the tiger chases to get its food, both with the help of the capacity of their body to move. One to save from the predator, while the other to get the prey to satisfy its hunger. If you don't give sunlight or water, the plants do not move. That is, they do not grow, they do not become bigger. But if adequate sunlight and water is given, the roots grow downwards to fetch more water, the shoot or the branch or the stem move upward towards the sunlight and produce more fruits and vegetables. So these are the movements of the human body or animals or plants. Now, animals move in different forms. Humans or human beings move by walking or running or jumping. Animals move in different forms. For example, a frog jumps, a horse trots. So, a snake crawls or slither or creep. So, these are the different ways in which a crab or a scorpion or a snake or a reptile or an animal move. We can move various parts of our body only with the help of bones, muscles and nerves. The same if all animals and all human beings are having similar bones and muscles to help us move. But according to the habitat, according to the climate, according to their lifestyle, different animals have different adaptations or special capabilities. Now, what are the joints? Now, the hands or the legs will move in the front. For example, your leg can move forward but not backward. That is a linear motion. At your shoulder, you can turn your hand, or at the ankle on the hand, You can turn your hand. These are the angular movements. Sometimes the movements are angular, sometimes the movements are linear, sometimes the angular circular. So when you move only in one direction, when you move with a particular angle, or when you move in circle and a special joint, so you have linear, circular or angular movement at the joints. Some parts do not move themselves, but other parts like hip or shoulder to move the leg or a hand. The hip does not move, but because of the hip, the leg can move or you can bend down. There are certain bones that protect other parts of the body. For example, the skull bone of the head protects the brain, the chest bone protects the rib cage, together protect the heart and lungs, the backbone protects the spinal cord. So certain bones protect certain organs. Bones and muscles help us to hold or carry things. If there are no bones or no muscles, our hands or legs will not be able to bend, or the joints will not be functional without muscles, and we will not be able to hold on to things. Bones and joints. Have you seen an X-ray? In an X-ray, you can see the bones of a person. Bones give frame and structure, shape and size to our body. Bones give frame and structure, shape and size to our body. They are harder than other parts of the body. There are 300 odd bones in a child, while an adult has 206 bones. Skeleton is the set of bones put together in forming a body. Joints are part of the body where two or more parts join and facilitate to bend or turn like a hip or an elbow. So joints are places where two or more bones join. This joint are called different types, socket joint, etc. And they facilitate to bend or turn like a hip or an elbow. The hard structure of our body is the bone. Bones themselves do not bend, but it is the joints that help us to bend. So this is the skeleton, and the bones or the joints help us to have linear, circular or angular movements, and because of this, the muscles and the bones together help us to move. Now let us take a break and come back to look at other aspects which helps in movement of our body.